Hello my fellow RCers, I'm Simon, and this is Forever Young RC. Well, the main topic today is the shock. So what have I got? Boom. That's right. I got some Desert Lizards. Let's get these shocks off the vehicle and let's start breaking this down. These things are so dirty, so oily. I really haven't done them in a long time, so I've got to clean these off and redo these. What I'm going to do, I'm going to show you one problem that I can see is to get this apart and get all these little O-rings out, to put this Losi green slime O-ring grease in everything where I want it. There's a little clip right here. You have to take this out, release this, and everything comes out. The problem with that, this little clip is so hard to get out and so stiff. I can't really see anybody wanting to get it out so you can service this the way they're supposed to be serviced. The only way I'm gonna get this out is if I pry this thing out. And with parts this delicate, you don't wanna be prying down on something and trying to pry that clip out of there. The least amount of imperfections that you have on a shock, the better. It will just work better. So that's really the problem I can see right now. You risk damaging this stuff. So I'm not gonna do that. What I am gonna do, I'm gonna do my best to get this O-ring grease as much as I can and fill it in there as much as I can. And you can see it down in there. And I'm just gonna try to get something small and then just work that in there. It'll prevent it from leaking as much if it's going to leak. This one right here on the end is not to be forgotten because this is the one that seals the top of it up. So what I'll do, I'll get some of this, I'll put that back on. I kid you not, this is my 4th time trying to make something positive happen with these things. Woo! So gonna see if we can do it. 37.5 weight oil now. I've got the lightest spring to set up the droop with, and I'm gonna put medium spring, and then we're gonna put the oil in it. We're gonna see how it works. Man, hopefully it does, because I'm ready to move on with this. This is a little maddening. Put the small spring down in here. So moving on with the shocks, I'm gonna fill this up less than I filled it up before, and talk to the RC gods just a little bit. Give me a little bit of luck. Oh, I think that did do it. I have one of these done. I'm gonna do the rest of these and keep making this video. So wish me luck. We've got a couple of these on, and I got 2 more to do. A couple of things I wanna go over with you and show you in case you do decide to get these that I found. There's a little seal in here. When you put this cap on, it goes in internally. Obviously that seals everything. What you don't want to do is start screwing this down. You bleed it some, start screwing it down a little more. You do not want to screw it down till that little O-ring touches the bottom and then bleed it some more and try to screw it down more, because it's going to push that O-ring out just enough. So when you go to crank down on this, it's going to pinch that O-ring out. So you want to get all your bleeding done before that O-ring even gets close to the bottom of that seal. And then you leave a little gap. Then you go ahead and cinch it on down. I probably filled these up 2/3 of the way. Something like that is what I found to be good. Now, myself, I don't mind if there's a little bit of air in there. It's not gonna affect the performance on these as slow as these things are going. I set this one up to have almost no droop, which people, they kind of get it backwards. They think this setup where it sucks it in is droop, is full droop. It's not full droop. This is half droop. This is full droop. When your truck is at full droop, the wheels are drooping down all the way. So when it's sucked up all the way where it's fully sucked up, I would say no droop. I put the medium springs in here because, like I said, this is a heavy truck. It's about 14 pounds. We're going to go ahead and get these other 2 on and get out to the cul-de-sac canyon and try these things out and see how they do. Let's get these 2.2s on it, see how she runs. We got the Desert Lizards on there. It's got a little bit of suspension, but not much. And, you know, we'll have to see. Might have to wind up putting the less stiff springs on there, but we'll see. Okay. Okay, so I'm not too happy right now, and I am not impressed, but that is pretty much my fault. And that's another reason they call it testing. My Wraith, I realize it's not a pure crawler, but it just sits too low. The skid plate's just way too big. And I also think the springs are too stiff that I put in here, which are the medium ones, which is surprising because it's a heavy truck. So I'm gonna go back, take them off, revisit it, and put in the softer springs all the way around, set it up with the halfway droop. I'm sure it'll be better.